we're going to go through the new Primary Pro sleeve. Now the Primary Pro sleeve comes in two sizes. The 22-28 sleeve, which is a PS028. That's primarily for the 28mm insulated pipework, and it does fit 22mm, our 22mm Primary Pro that's 22mm 25, but you will have to shave it off. The reason why we haven't made a 22mm sleeve is the costs really, and also the amount that's going to be used out there. So we're just going to concentrate on the 28 and the 35, but this can be used for the 22mm as well. We've got the 35mm sleeve here, that's the PS035, and for both of these you're going to need the diamond core. For the 22-28 it's a 78mm core, and for the 35 it's a 91mm core bit. Sealing up on the outside, two ways. Use the bond and seal to seal it up, or you can, which I'll show you in this video, use our grinder head, the 100mm grinder head for the Primary Pro, and our sealing rings, because that makes it really easy to seal up on the outside and looks a really good job, but you'll see that in the video. For the inside, we can seal up with anything because it's more cosmetics as well as sealing up to make sure the energy doesn't get out. But one thing we've got to remember is we're also sealing for any drafts. We don't want any drafts going through there into the cavity wall or onto the outside, because that can affect the efficiency. So we need to make sure that this is all sealed up on the inside and the outside, especially for new build with the letterbox and ventilation tests. So that's really important that these are sealed up correctly. We have to, no matter if we're using a sealing ring or bond and seal on the outside, this is where we'll seal up, and that is sealed inside again for energy loss and also any air drafts. We've got to make sure that's sealed. Also, you can see a seal here. Now we put that in to show you that you can use any insulation at this point. After that, it's only on the outside or just inside that we want to use the Primary Pro insulation, because that is waterproof and has the maximum UV protection. Inside there, after that seal, you can use anything you like or just use the Primary Pro. So we've got different types of wall. So you've got your flat wall. This is a breeze wall on the left hand side. It could be a brick, or you've got, like on the right hand side, you've got a coarse wall, an uneven wall like a stone wall or a pebble dash wall. Now we're always going to need to drill a pilot hole first for your core bit. If you're not going to be using the sealing rings and the grind head, then you core straight through there. But the problem is trying to make a good seal around it and make it look nice. And this is where the grinder head comes in. So we've made a 100mm grinder head, and that's a blade to flatten any uneven surface off, but also to flatten a flat surface like a brick wall to make that indentation so you can seal in properly with the bond and seal. And that is where we want to be grinding that out first. But also, if you want to save time and messing about with the bond and seal trying to seal, the sealing rings come in really well here, that you ground it out, you're going to core it through and you can fit these sealing rings. And you'll see later on in the video why they make it perfect, and also it saves time. So if you're going to use a grinder head, that is where you grind it out and you make a full circle, and that's on an uneven wall. You know when you've got to the flat face when it's made a full circle, but we want to take another 3 to 4mm out. Even on a flat surface, we want that 4mm, and that's why we've left this one on a purpose, to show you why it's important, because it will leave it proud if you're going to use the sealing ring. Or if you're not going to use a sealing ring on bond and seal, it's really important to get that real indentation in there to get the bond and seal in to make a perfect seal. If you're not going to use the grinder head and the sealing rings, then all you'd do is you'd core through and you'd use your 91mm for your 35mm insulated pipe and your 78mm for your 28mm insulated pipe. And here you can see the core through. On the right hand side we've used the grinder head and you can see the indentation, and on the left hand side we just cored straight through and then that's where we're going to bond and seal that to the wall. As you can also see from these two photos, we've fully cleaned the holes out and we've sprayed it down with water to make sure all the dust and everything's out, so it gives the chance for the bond and seal to adhere on the outside and the inside as well to make that perfect seal. Now we're ready to fit the sleeve. We put the bond and seal around the sleeve and we're pushing it in, and then we're going to push the sleeve in and fit it flush. After that, I would leave it at least an hour to cure before you start putting the insulated pipe through, because if you don't do that, you could get the sleeve pushing in and out and moving the bond and seal around. So I would advise you to let that cure for at least an hour and then start fitting your pipe work. So fitting your insulated pipe, bond and seal around the insulation, push it in, some will ooze out, then you'll use that to seal around the outside, adding more bond and seal if you need to. That'll give you a good seal, and then that'll stop moisture, any critters getting in, but also it'll stop energy getting out. If you're going to use the grinder head and bond and seal, then you'll have already made an indentation around the wall, and then that'll help you to then bond and seal and get a good seal to the wall. If you're using the sealing rings, then it's simple. You'll use the excess that's oozed out when you're pushing the insulation on. You've already got the sealing ring on. You'll pop that sealing ring onto where the indentation is. You'll push it in, firm it up. You'll see some bond and seal ooze out, and then all you do then is you just take the excess off and wipe it round, making the perfect seal. It's a lot faster and it looks a lot better. This is why we left this one when we ground it out. As you can see, the sealing ring is proud. If we'd have ground it 3 to 4 millimeters, then that would have been flush and it'll look a lot better. Still sealed, still looks good, but it'd be nice to get that in and then flush with the wall. And as you can see here, left hand side one's made with bond and seal. Yeah, great seal, stops energy getting out, any wind or anything, any moisture getting in, any critters getting in. But the right hand side with the sealing ring, it's a lot faster to seal, a lot less messing about with the bond and seal going round. And you know, when time and weather is not on your side, that extra bit with the sealing ring just makes it perfect, so you can then get them sealed up and then you finish the job. You can get all the information, the brochures and all the videos are on our website, primary-pro.co.uk. Also, all the videos are on our YouTube channel. You can email me anytime on info@primary-pro.co.uk. My mobile number's on the website, so if you need anything, any questions, please get in touch with me. I'm always there to help, and our main focus is on you, the pro installers, to try and help you with all the products and tools. Take care.